Hello, everyone. Welcome to HS in Action, the show where high schoolers provide insight on the realities. Let's get right into it. So, recently, I decided to take charge and expressing how high schoolers feel when it comes to their social environment. And today, I'll be asking you some questions in order to give the people some background on what really goes on in high school.
All right.
But before we get into the real questions, can you explain your high school experience?
Oh man, honestly, it's just been like a whole rush. Everything just feels so quick. You have a lot of fun with what you're doing, and you have a lot of fun with your peers. So that basically explains it. And also on that subject too, you have a lot of schoolwork that's going around you, so you're always constantly busy doing something, and you know that you're it's always just going to be like a blur for you. Like you're not really going to pay attention to most of everything that you're doing. So like I said, the school year just feels really rushed.
Alright, so now that we have a little bit of knowledge about you, let's start off with the questions. And to start us off, we can mutually agree that social media plays a large role in the life of high schoolers. As a normal teenager, it's common that most of us are found on our devices, whether it be scrolling, texting, or creating content for the various profiles on the platforms that exist.
Yeah.
So my question to you is, what do you like to do on social media?
Oh man, I like just scrolling around TikTok, looking on YouTube, probably chilling and watching Netflix. Just all of the little common necessities that many of the teens do around this school, and it's always just fun. I mean, it's very fun to do that, especially when you have a lot of free time on your hands.
How can this relate to what your friends do on social media?
I mean, it really doesn't make any change. It's just I'm just kind of there, just giving them a few ideas on what to do, especially for if my friends want to film something, and unless like I don't know, unless if it's like more like professional, such as how we're doing a little podcast called Tabs Official. If you guys want to go and check that out on YouTube.
Well, I think you know that social media platforms such as Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube, just to name a few, use AI-powered tactics based on recent history called bait. These are in the form of advertisement to attract viewers. My question is, how often do you encounter these, and do you click on them?
You know what? I really don't see them too much because I don't know. I mean, especially for ads, most of it is just clickbait, but you can also have a lot of how should I word it? Viruses, I guess, especially going on to baiting. Unless if it's just like tying in with viewers, I guess it's okay. But I don't really come around it too often. I mean, I don't click on it. I don't think I do.
So you wouldn't find these helpful?
I really wouldn't find it helpful at all.
Alright. Well, I'd love to continue talking about social media, but I think we should move on to social interactions.
Okay.
We all know how friend groups are. A handful of people know each other, and they hang out in one area. But back in middle school, groups were based on your popularity. Do you think this still exists in high school?
You know what? Maybe some. I wouldn't say all in general, but I mean, you hang out with a lot of the friends that you love, and I don't really think it's about popularity at this point. So yeah.
Well, like popularity, anyone in the same grade will hang out with each other, while lower grades are simply water under the bridge.
Yeah.
Based on this observation, would you say that older ages bring popularity?
Maybe in a sense, I wouldn't say too entirely, but yeah, sometimes it just kind of depends on the person.
Well, I say that because there are some occasions where someone of a lower grade is conversing well with someone of a higher grade. For example, me and you. Do you think
Okay.
it's harder to talk to someone of a higher grade level?
It mainly just depends on the person, like I said earlier before. I guess if you're nervous around them, maybe. Unless if you're just like a good speaker and you like just conversing with a lot of other people, then yeah, it's not going to be that bad. But I mean, we're here right now, so I don't think it's too bad.
Well, you have some good answers, so I think it's time to hop into some questions that most people have trouble dealing with.
Okay.
We know that guys and girls go their separate ways once they make it into high school, and over time, they gradually make friend groups containing a big mix of both genders. Based on high school so far, do you think it's difficult for one gender to talk to the other?
Oh my God. Okay. Maybe. Again, it also depends on the person. You have a lot of people who are very different in personality and also like ethnic backgrounds. So I mean, playing the gender role here, you could kind of be in an issue barrier with a lot of the people that you're talking to. But for me personally, I don't think it's very hard to talk to the other gender. So yeah.
As a concept, being single is simple, but in an attempt to get in a relationship, it's much harder than you might think. Do you think this is because guys are afraid to ask out girls and vice versa?
Oh, okay. I'm just gonna have to say yeah. That's really all I'm gonna say.
No explanations?
No explanation there. All I could really just say is yes to that.
Well, let's get a little bit closer into it. Do you
Okay.
have a girlfriend?
I do.
Okay, so I think most people misperceive how relationships work. So
Yeah.
using your couple's experience, let's clear that clutter.
Okay.
How does yours work?
Well, we kind of just like go with the flow of things. We're very talkative with each other. We're very caring. We love each other very much. A lot of our relationship kind of like depends on trust because we are in high school, and high school is a very hard place to be in a relationship, and it just takes time. So that's kind of how I'm dealing with it.
Alright. Well, I think that most people are stuck and don't know how to go about dating in high school. Can you
Okay.
lay out a potential date for those who are looking to ask out their crush?
Prom. Prom is a great time, actually, especially when you want to get closer to a person, or if you just want to go just for the fun of it. I mean, honestly, like big events, yeah, such as prom, homecoming. I don't know, like any school event that you could really come across, or I mean, just any time you really want to get to know someone better, just probably ask them out on a date, maybe to like a theme park, or like a little marketplace somewhere out in the street. I mean, it's just going to be really fun, and it'll be a great time to just to get to know someone, you know.
Well, love tends to last until one or both partners in the couple lose feelings for each other.
Okay.
Most people who encounter these breakups have harder times than others when getting back up on their feet. So what advice can you give to those in these times of despair?
Oh my God. Don't overthink about everything that your partner is going to be doing. It also could kind of depend on the person. I know that I said that a lot, but it really does. Put a lot of time and effort into your significant other, and always trust them no matter what.
Well, that's all from me, but I appreciate you stopping by for a chat. You've got a camera here and there.
Yeah.
Promote yourself. What's going on in your life?
Oh man, nothing much. Just kind of chilling, doing my thing. I'm gonna work at Raging Waters, not too far along here, but I mean, hey, I guess all I can really just promote right now is just our little podcast that we're doing for our school. It's called Tabs Official. Maybe go and check that out, and you guys will really love it. Yeah.
Do you have a handle you want to throw out there for the people that want to follow you?
Oh my God. It could be for anything too, right? Like Instagram, YouTube. I guess I'd say for Instagram, maybe follow my account if you like. It's Rolandrew. To spell that, it's ROLONDREW. So, yeah.
Well, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Everyone, you've reached the end of our interview. Make sure to follow Andrew, and we'll see you in the next episode.
All right, bye guys.
Peace.